reject bin. It's the Raggy Dolls. Raggy Dolls. Dolls like you and me. Raggy Dolls. Raggy Dolls. Made him perfectly. So if you got a bump on your nose or lumps on your toes, do not despair. Be like the Raggy Dolls and say I just don't care. 'Cause Raggy Dolls are happy just to be Raggy Dolls, dolls like you and me.
One night, just after bedtime, the Raggy Dolls sat talking about all kinds of things.
It would be nice to have a sort of den somewhere,
said Lucy. Yeah, said Back to Front. It would make a change from the old reject bin.
We could even sleep in it,
said Princess. Only if the weather was nice, added Sadsack.
What we need is somewhere safe and dry, where no one would think of looking.
The Raggy Dolls sat and thought. I've got it, said Back to Front. No problem. We'll build a tree house.
Oh, yes. What a simply super idea.
The very next day, the Raggy Dolls found themselves looking at trees as they had never done before.
That one is too tall, n'est-ce pas? And this one isn't strong enough.
What about this one? Sadsack was standing by an old hollow tree that still had lots of branches and leaves. The others came to look.
It looks ideal, said Princess. But how will we get up it?
No problem, said Back to Front, kneeling on all fours and looking straight up the hollow trunk. We can build a secret staircase inside the tree.
Splendid. Now, what do we need?
We'll need my hammer and saw and some nails, rope and strong wood.
I think we'll find what we need in the factory shed, stammered Hi-Fi. Good thinking.
And the Raggy Dolls set off. When they got to the factory shed, Florrie Fosdyke was talking to one of the men. She sounded cross.
I know I haven't got a very good memory, said Florrie, but I do know I put my earrings on the canteen windowsill, and when I'd finished the dishing up, they were gone.
The Raggy Dolls hid behind some sacks and listened.
The same thing happened to me,
said the man.
I put my wedding ring on the washroom windowsill. I turned my back to dry my hands, and when I looked for my ring, it had gone. That means there must be a thief in the factory,
said Florrie grimly.
There can be no other explanation,
agreed the man.
We better go and tell Mr. Grimes. The sooner the better.
The Raggy Dolls watched them go.
What was all that about? I don't know. Anyway, whatever it is, it's none of our business. Let's find the things we need.
Claude, Hi-Fi and Back to Front found some old bent nails and hammered them straight. Dotty and Sadsack chose pieces of wood from the scrap pile. And Lucy and Princess made a strong rope from pieces of string.
It's amazing what people throw away, observed Dotty.
Yeah, said Back to Front. We've got everything we need, all from stuff nobody wants. Except us, said Sadsack. They all laughed and gathered up their building materials and carried them back to the hollow tree. The Raggy Dolls set to work, sawing, hammering and nailing. Meanwhile, in Mr. Grimes' office, Florrie Fosdyke and the man were reporting the missing earrings and the wedding ring.
This is a very serious matter, said Mr. Grimes thoughtfully. My silver fountain pen was on my desk this morning, and that's gone too. I thought I might have mislaid it, but after what you say, I'm not so sure.
Do you think we ought to call the police?
Said Florrie.
We have no choice,
said Mr. Grimes as he reached for the telephone. Back at the hollow tree, the Raggy Dolls were having a rest. At last, the secret staircase was finished. There were steps all the way to the top, with a long rope to hold on to.
C'est magnifique! It is very safe, and no one will ever find it. What do we do next? Asked Lucy.
We'll need more scrap wood to build a platform. That will be our floor, and then we'll need a roof and some walls.
Sounds like we've got a lot of work to do,
said Dotty.
Come on.
When the Raggy Dolls returned to the factory, they were surprised to see a police car in the yard.
It must be something to do with Florrie Fosdyke's earrings and that man's ring, said Lucy. Then it's definitely nothing to do with us, said Dotty. But we might as well keep our eyes open, she added. Inside the factory shed, the Raggy Dolls sorted through the waste bins to see what else might be useful. Look at all these shiny silver things, said Lucy. I wonder what they are. They're bits of plastic, said Hi-Fi. Left over from model racing cars. Oh, yes. Just like the pipes that stick out of the engines. Well, they're no use to us. Come on, let's get back to the treehouse. The Raggy Dolls loaded themselves up with more wood and string and things and carried it all across the big field. Now we have to get all this up to the top, sighed Lucy. No problem, said Back to Front. We'll use the stairs. The Raggy Dolls passed everything, one piece at a time, all the way up to Back to Front, who was busy sawing, hammering and nailing. That's the lot, called Dotty from the bottom of the tree. Right you are, shouted Back to Front. You can all come up now. It's quite safe. The Raggy Dolls were soon sitting up in the tree where the house was going to be. All they needed now were some walls and a roof. Suddenly, they heard the flapping of wings, and a surprised magpie landed next to them. The magpie had a silver fountain pen in his beak. Mumbled the magpie. I beg your pardon? The magpie disappeared up into the tree and popped back again, without the pen. I said, what are you doing here? We are making a tree house, said Dotty. But what are you doing with Mr. Grimes's pen? Who's Mr. Grimes? Asked the magpie. The Raggy Dolls explained and told the magpie that he shouldn't take things that didn't belong to him. Oh, I don't know anything about that, said the magpie. I just like shiny things. I collect them. What else have you got? Asked Princess. The magpie showed the Raggy Dolls his collection, hidden away in another part of the hollow tree. Sure enough, there was the man's wedding ring and Florrie Fosdyke's earrings. If you take them back, said Lucy, we'll give you more shiny things than you've ever dreamed of. What do you mean? The silver plastic bits, you know, in the shed. Oh, good thinking. The magpie willingly agreed. Back in Mr. Grimes's office, a policeman was scratching his head.
It's a very delicate business, Mr. Grimes, said the policeman. We can't be too hasty. We must have proof before we can accuse anybody.
And what do you suggest we do? Said Mr. Grimes. The policeman suddenly grinned.
I think I've solved the mystery,
he said, as he walked over to the open window. He picked up Mr. Grimes's pen.
Is this your pen, Mr. Grimes?
He asked.
Why, yes,
said Mr. Grimes, amazed.
but how did a magpie just deliver it? Said the policeman. Don't ask me why.
Well, I never, said Florrie Fosdyke. By the end of the day, Florrie Fosdyke had her earrings, the man had his wedding ring, Mr. Grimes had his pen, the magpie had more shiny things than he had ever dreamed of, and the Raggy Dolls had a tree house, complete with walls and a roof. Let's spend the night here, said Back to Front. The others agreed. Good, thought Sadsack. I'm too tired to go back to the reject bin.
It's not much of a life when you're just a pretty face. Just to be whoever you are is no disgrace. Look around and you will find people of every kind, like the Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls, dolls like you and me. Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls, made him perfectly. So if you're not at ease with your knobbly knees and your fingers are all fuzz, stand on your two left feet and join our Raggy Doll chums. 'Cause Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls are happy just to be Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls, dolls like you and me.